going on, fellas and ladies and gentle dudes?
Aliens.
Oh shit, are they watching? They're probably the only ones watching. November 20th, 2017. We back. This is like our third video in a few days.
Crazy.
Subscribe now, people. I mean, we're out there. We're putting out a lot of content. But anyways, we basically wanted to touch on our evolution of training style, I guess. You know, we have progressed and changed a lot in the past, you know, well, 3 years for me, and
yeah, it's been like almost a decade since I started training.
And we touched on this on one of our last videos, but we wanted to, I think it's important because a lot of people, they stay the same and they do the same things over and over again, and
right.
They don't see any progress. Real quick, I actually saw a female at our current gym that I saw a couple years ago at LA Fitness, and she looks, first off, I mean, no offense to her, she looks kind of worse, and she was doing the same exact style of training, some kind of HIIT, not even HIIT, I don't know, some kind of cardio style based
strength and conditioning stuff,
and it's just unfortunate. But anyways, so I started out training bodybuilding bro style. You know, I went through the magazine era, and then, you know, I was doing full body workouts over and over again, and I was wondering why I didn't see any changes. And then eventually I found YouTube. I started, you know, I found Matt Ogus, I found Nick Wright, and that was basically probably 2012, 2013. And that's when kind of everything exploded with If You Fit Your Macros, flexible dieting, and then just all the information was just brought to light. And then I went to Get Fitness. It was a local gym. I was basically kind of doing like a upper-lower split, and I ran into this guy.
Yeah.
He was ginormous.
Yeah, that was probably like one of the worst points in my life. I had separated my shoulder and just was really, really down, stopped training, and I went up, my weight shot up to like 300 pounds. And yeah,
you should put a picture.
Oh yeah, there'll be a big fatso in the middle of the screen.
That was what, 2014?
Yeah, I think it was middle of 2014,
summer
or 15, something like that. It's all running together now. But, but yeah, my evolution of training is kind of similar. I started lifting in high school. I had first period weights. In high school I was pretty big. I was still you know, pushing almost 300 pounds, and I wasn't very strong. I benched 2 plates, but I mean, you should if you're 300 pounds. I didn't really do much else, you know, it was just an easy credit. But after I graduated, I started working at Walmart, and met this dude overnight. We started going to Gold's, and I started training off and on. Didn't really know what I was doing. I kind of just worked in with him. Then eventually
now when you first started, did you do any type of research, or did you do
no. I took the approach that most people did at the time, and unfortunately some are still doing now, and that's you find the bigger dude or the guy that has a bigger bench than you, and you just follow or do whatever he does. You know, I had the same outlet or source of information. Yeah, you know, Flex Magazine, Muscle and Fitness, all of those were like the Bible of lifting. And you know, it's just funny how it's a complete scam, because you don't need any of that stuff when the information is just online for free. But anyway, so I started training with him, and then I moved to like a little garage setup. I trained by myself for a little while. I had various training partners over the years. Then eventually started relying a little more on the internet. Bodybuilding.com forum had a lot of useful information at the time.
Yeah, that's basically what YouTube evolved into.
Yeah.
I didn't get into the forums or anything. I didn't even know what that was, to be honest with you. So I think all the information came from bodybuilding.com, like Matt Ogus. They all had.
There was a lot of personalities that were famous. You know, the original YouTube Fitness were on bodybuilding.com forums. And then it just basically took off once me and him got together. We started, you know, basically just
we had the same goals.
Shared information. You know, we kind of been through the grind, you know, over the years, you know, just spinning our wheels, you know, not really knowing what we were doing because we kind of didn't either ask questions or even just, you know, go out and get the information from all the sources that were available. You know, we just kind of ignored it. But once we got together, we started doing kind of a bodybuilding / powerlifting style of training, and that eventually led into doing a Wendler's. We did 5-3-1 for I think about a year.
Maybe longer.
We just saw just straight linear progression, easy linear progression for a year straight.
Yeah.
And our lifts just kept going up. From there, we started doing Layne Norton's PH3 program, because we really started.
No, we did conjugate.
Well, that's right. Yeah, we did. We messed around with conjugate for a little while. And it was fun. It's a fun style of training. It's just
if you're not on gear, or if you're not a geared lifter,
conjugate for raws, it's a little difficult to dial in.
An elite lifter.
Yeah, you have to be very, very objective of your weak points, because that's really what it is. It's weak point training, and we didn't really like the training style. It was it wasn't. We were looking for volume. Coming off Wendler's, even Wendler's itself didn't really have a lot of volume. And when we found Layne Norton's PH3 program, we were wrecked. Over the first week or so, wrecked the shit out of us. But we enjoyed, squatting 3 times a week, benching 3 times a week. We were loving it.
Right.
We ran a couple cycles of that, and great progress. And
definitely. Now, you get to a certain point, especially powerlifting, where you can't just base everything off of a template or percentages. You can just keep going, but it kind of gets for me personally, I need structure. I am not the best technical lifter, obviously. I have a lot of flaws and weak points, and if the powerlifting is hard enough as it is, so to try to get the whole mental part or aspect out of it, I was like, you know what, all these elite lifters, all these guys that are national champions and just absolute savages, they're getting coached by somebody else.
Right.
They're getting programmed by somebody else. So I'm like, what makes me think that I can either just run the same program over and over again and keep doing it, or think that I can figure out my own programming?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Because essentially that's what we would have been doing, we've done previously.
Right.
Even though we've made a change in our goals and our training style, again, we would have kind of just been looking for just quick information to kind of piece together something that we're not familiar with. We don't have the knowledge, when it's there for you.
Yeah, it is also subjective if you are not that serious. If you're kind of recreational, if you just kind of want to just go in there and lift or whatever.
Or if you're on a really tight budget, coaching is it's a little expensive, yeah. But you have to weigh it out. Is it worth it for you? If you've been at it for years and you really can't figure it out, or if you want to just take everything out of your hands. A coach is going to be able to give you the program, make adjustments week to week. Maybe handle your nutrition, all those things.
I think the average person also plateaus because they don't have enough information, or they don't know how to attack their weak points or whatever, or they may not have a blaring weak point they don't even know. So to think about that, like this guy, how long did it take you to hit 315 on bench?
Yeah, like
8 years.
Years.
And I'm not saying that a coach could have sped up that process, but who knows? He just kind of grinded away. So anyways, I ended up really wanting to get coached by somebody who I look up to and I respect. That was John Noriega. I like the RPE style as well. RPE is like the big thing now.
Right.
DUP, it just makes sense. And again, I need to look at numbers and to go to the gym and know what I have to hit. I would never ever train again without being on a program, even if it was my own or something. To go in there and be like, I'm just going to do upper body today, or I'm going to do chest today, is absolutely ridiculous. And you will fail, you will get hurt, and you will not progress in the long term if you do that.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, it's just not optimal if you're serious. If you're doing this recreationally and it's just a hobby to maybe keep you in shape, or you do it socially, great. But if you really have intentions on becoming stronger as a powerlifter, especially, got to get on a program, and then maybe eventually get coached. I've over the years, after gaining more and more knowledge, I've attempted at several programs, running them to mild success, but it eventually stalls out because you don't have not only just the knowledge, but also the experience to be able to adapt and change your programming based on what's going on, you know, in that time frame and the needs. So I just contacted Dawson Wyndham. He's a USAPL junior national champion. So looking forward to working with him.
Yeah, last like month and a half or so, when I've been being coached, awesome progress. My form has gotten better. Everything is just clicking right now. And he has been, figuring out his own programming. Certain days he wants to, you may want to add, think about switching up the RP or switching up the reps. And you don't have to worry about any of that when you're getting coached, because you just go in there and you execute. And then you see the progress. It just takes the mental aspect out of it, and that's what I think that's the biggest thing. So as far as evolution of our training, that's about it. That's where we're at. We're looking, we've mentioned, we're going to compete probably in March, and then go from there. Just get stronger. We're going to cut some weight. I'm going to put on some weight, and we're just going to keep filming our progress and just go from there.
That's it. Yeah, man. Videos are going to keep coming out. So
yeah, just like, subscribe, comment anything you want. If you hate us, we really don't care. We just want some activity on the channel, and we appreciate it.